Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Fantastic Talks, bringing you back with another Sonic discussion for you guys today with Sonic Racing Crossworlds right around the corner to release. I wanted to try and fit in one more video before its release to do with skins and costumes I would really like to see make it to this game. There's been some rumours that might be a possibility due to like some leaks or like people hacking the beta of the game that came out recently, trying to find evidence of that there could be a possible hint at skins and like other accessories to our disposal, hopefully when the game comes out. Obviously this is not set in stone, it's merely speculation, but if that was the case, if we are going to get skins, I'm hoping they treat it like as if it was Sonic Dream Team, because I know they have like skins and costumes in that game, or like the mobile game, especially Sonic Forces Speed Battle. They've been releasing a ton of like random costumes and like outfits for some of the characters, and including some obscure outfits from like previous games, which I really hope they continue to do for Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I would like it if they would just continue that trait and go all out on all these different accessories and skins that we could get for the characters to wear and such. So I've put together a wish list of my own of what I'd like to see for characters to wear, and I've put together a little tier list for it because it's a little bit easier to do, and I just want to get the main ones out the way, the obvious ones out the way, the Sonic Riders outfits. Now, considering that Extreme Gear is heavily involved in this game, what's missing from that is some of the characters that were in Sonic Riders are missing their Extreme Gear accessories, like Sonic's goggles, and what I have to say is probably a good look of his like classic shoes, but like looks proper modern and like sneaker like. So this look for Sonic was so cool, really well remembered. It's probably one costume that people would really like to see make a comeback in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Considering that having a go at the beta recently and trying out Sonic with the board, something did feel like it was missing, like it didn't feel complete, and it was definitely missing Sonic's outfit that he had in Riders. So I really hope that these make a return in Crossworlds, just because it'd be nice to sort of like not only customize the board and all that, but I'm hoping you can still customize your characters a little bit as well. So I'm hoping that is a possibility for the sake of bringing Riders outfits back, especially. Same with Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Rouge, especially Rouge. Rouge is very distinctive. Rouge has got the most like completely different outfit here, which I really like. So I think should really stand out. Same with Amy and Cream and Blaze as well. So these are all the outfits from Riders. I'm hoping that they can make a comeback as well. I think they're really cool. I don't see why they can't bring them back if they're never going to be used ever again. So I really hope that this is the case. I don't know if they'll do it for every other character like Big and Espio, Charmy, Vector, because they didn't really have Extreme Gear. Well, they weren't even in any of the Sonic Riders games, I don't think. Big was not even Free Riders. I think Vector was in Free Riders. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But I don't think he had an Extreme Gear. I might be wrong on that. I barely played Free Riders for obvious reasons. But yeah, I'm really hoping that these outfits will come back, including Eggman's. And if they really want to add something new, this is something that not only me but other fans as well would like to see. If anyone out there is a fan of the IDW comics, I would love to see Sonic's Phantom Rider costume that he wore when he worked for Eggman for a little bit, I believe, because it is a really wacky but also really cool costume for Sonic to wear, and I think it'd just be a really cool addition to add to the game. And I'm hoping that it will be a helmetless one as well that we could use as well. So yeah, Sonic Riders outfits most definitely need to be included in this game. I feel like I wanted to get these out the way because it's the huge elephant in the room, considering with Extreme Gear being in it. Let's hope that Sonic Riders outfits do make a comeback. So with that out of the way, I can move on to the movie skins. Movie skins, now, this might be a bit of a tricky one, because obviously with the crossover characters coming in, I don't know if they're going to add Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow from the movie franchise in the crossover DLC. I want to assume the Sega ones. The Sega update ones that we're getting, not the like Spongebob and Minecraft versions that we're getting from like other like branded parties. But regardless, whether they're DLC or skins you can unlock in the game, either way, I feel like they're gonna make some sort of appearance in this game. At least I hope, because there's definitely a distinct difference to these 4 characters, because this, especially with the amount of furry texture that they have, so, and the posture that their bodies look a little bit. So I'm hoping that that is the case for them to appear in this, considering that we had Shadow's movie skin in Shadow Generations. I'm hoping that that's something that they can port onto Crossworlds. And I'm pretty sure Movie Sonic was the same in one of the mobile games. I can't remember which one. I don't know if it was Sonic. I'm pretty sure it was Sonic Forces Speed Battle. I might be wrong on that. Correct me if I am. But I'm pretty sure Movie Sonic did also make an appearance somewhere, and Movie Shadow was in Shadow Generations. So hopefully that they will make a comeback in this game as well, and it'd be cool to see them in their own little cars as well. Hopefully in Movie Shadow's case, the bike comes with him. I don't know. I don't see bikes making a return in Crossworlds, because that doesn't look like to be. There doesn't seem to be any indication that it would make a comeback, but one can hope. Sonic Racing Crossworlds has surprised us in so many ways so far, with the amount of customization you could do, the Extreme Gear boards alone, the amount of characters that we're getting, and especially with the crossover characters. So much surprises were in store that I never thought would happen. So in this case, I want to say never for these characters and the possible appearance of a bike making a comeback in this game. So, definitely movie skins, one way or another, whether it's DLC or unlockable skins in the game. I'm 100% sure they're going to make it in the game somehow. If not, then I'll be very surprised. It'd be a bit of a missed opportunity not to have all 4 of them in. At least for Movie Shadow, at least. So, now, moving on to Secret Rings and Black Knight. I wasn't sure if this would be my mandatory skins I would like. At least not all of them, but if they wanted to be cool and give a little nod and call back to like Secret Rings and Black Knight, it'd be really cool to see Tails have the Alibaba costume again, just to see how that would look today. I think it'd be really, really cool, considering we've got Sinbad Knuckles here, which I'm pretty sure this is a render of him from Sonic Forces Speed Battle. So it'd be really cool if it could make a comeback in Crossworlds. And it'd be a clever way to crossworld in it. And we've got a Secret Ring stage in the game anyway, so as a racetrack. So why not bring Tails and Knuckles as Sinbad and Alibaba again? I think that'd be really cool additions. Adds a little bit more for accessories you can unlock. And if they wanted to be extra cool, throw in the Black Knight versions of them as well. Tails as the blacksmith. I debated putting in Tails Blacksmith. I don't know if it's a little bit too much to add, but I didn't want to leave him out for the sake of it, so I thought, yeah, so Tails as Blacksmith, Knuckles as Sir Gawain. I can't remember how the name is. Considering Black Knight was a very loved game, it'd be really cool to bring the outfits back. With Shadow as Lancelot, Silver as the name escapes me. I can't remember what knight he is. Blaze as Sir Percival, and Jet especially. Again, can't remember what the name was. And I'm pretty sure he was him and Silver were multiplayer characters, I think, in Black Knight. But considering this was technically the last appearance of Jet we had, either before or after Free Riders. Might have been no, it's definitely before Free Riders because of the voice cast change. It would be cool to see the outfit come back now that Jet's in Crossworlds. I think this would be a really cool addition to add for Jet. Obviously minus the swords and that, but like to have the armor, fuck it, why not? You know, like yeah, Black Knight outfits. I think most definitely. Apart from maybe Tails Blacksmith, I'm not sure about Tails Blacksmith. I'd say if I had to choose out of all of these, definitely Sinbad and Alibaba, Tails and Knuckles, Jet in his knight armor, and Shadow and Silver in their knight armor. I think these 3 are my favorite. If I'm being honest. So yeah, I'll Black Knight armor for these characters, if not all of them, all the way. I did almost want to add Eggman's Secret Rings outfit as well, but his was just looked a little bit too much going on, I feel like. So I wasn't sure if it would look right in this game, but I could say that for Knuckles as Sinbad and like all the knight armors as well. So I don't know. I wasn't feeling Eggman's version of Secret Rings. So but these guys all the way, I definitely would like to see as a like costumes or accessories to unlock. So yeah. Next on my list is metallic skins. Now this was kind of a tricky one. Metal Sonic 3.0 here is the easiest one. He's definitely a color palette you could easily change round, so I think he'll be a little bit easier to do. Neo Metal Sonic, on the other hand, I'm not entirely sure because his posture is all different, but I don't see why that would be the case. Considering that we had Terios in Shadow Generations, his posture and look was slightly different as well, considering how his spines looked compared to Shadow's. Especially with like in-game animations, he still moved like Shadow, but in Terios' skin, it was really cool. It was really smooth. Same with like movie Shadow as well, when he was in Shadow Generations, so I don't see why this couldn't be the case from Neo Metal Sonic as well. I just think it'd be really cool to see. I mean, if I'm being honest, I thought Neo Metal Sonic could be more of a separate character, just because it's a different model alone, but again, it didn't stop Terios and movie Shadow being in Shadow Generations. And Neo Metal Sonic is such a loved design for Metal Sonic, so I'm hoping this to be the case, or at least like get the accessories of Neo Metal Sonic design that we can sort of customize on the car, like the white streaks here and such he has. I think it'd be really cool, and the white streaks on his head, the white streaks on his like on his armor and such. So I think that would be really cool, at least, if not for the entire skin. But it would be so cool to see. Just imagine seeing Neo Metal Sonic on Extreme Gear in a car. I think it'd be so cool to see. And he could talk if they wanted to. He could talk. But we haven't really seen Neo Metal Sonic in anything else since Heroes, have we? Apart from the comics. But in a game where we can actually hear him speak, I'm not entirely sure. So, I mean, I doubt they'll even do that for Crossworlds. But, I mean, because not even Werehog Sonic, I think, is even getting a voice. So, I guess that doesn't really matter. So, but Neo Metal Sonic is a skin. Either way would still be really cool on Metal Sonic. So these two, Metal Sonic 3.0 and Neo Metal Sonic, would definitely be on my like top part of the list for Metal Sonic to have a skin. Mecha Sonic, I don't know if you really need him, but I would still be really cool if they wanted to go a bit more wacky with the skins. So, but I'd say he's on my least. He's sort of on the bottom of my list here for the like metallic skins. I should have moved him sort of across at the end, really. Yeah, Mecha Sonic, I'm not entirely sure. And I even wanted to give love to Mecha Knuckles. And both versions of him, the classic version and the grey version. So, and the grey version is from Advance, which I always found to be such a really cool version of Mecha Knuckles. Or Metal Knuckles in this case, I feel like, maybe. I'm not sure how they would do it for... Now, I literally went into I literally picked these two for the sake of having Metal Sonic have a skin of Mecha Knuckles in this instance. But I don't know if it would work. I just don't know how it would look on Metal Sonic. You could probably get away with Mecha Knuckles here. It could work. Metal Knuckles, however, if that's how he was called, I don't know if you could get away with him being Knuckles' skin. It might look silly and weird because of him speaking, but his posture is like Knuckles, so it would be kind of weird and silly and wacky and funny to be able to have. I don't see why not. I mean, with all the wacky crossover characters we're getting in this game, why can't we have wacky skins at least? You know, wacky crossover of skins. You know, I don't see why that. This game is looking like mental to the degree, so it's like I don't see why they can't just experiment more with everyone's skins, all the different types of skins you could have for certain characters. So I don't know. Mecha Knuckles and Metal Knuckles were kind of a like awkward one to do, but I just thought to be honest, I kind of ran out of metallic skins because the two Metal Sonics are the obvious ones. These three were kind of like just extra add-ons I wanted to do for the sake of it. But I also thought to myself, it would be kind of cool. That's the mindset I had with this tier list. So yeah, if not for the Mecha Knuckleses and the Mecha Sonics, definitely Metal Sonic 3.0 and Neo Metal Sonic as Metal Sonic skins, because why not? Moving on to honorable mentions. This is the last few characters on my list, because I don't really. It's kind of a mix of characters here I've got, so I don't really know what to call this other than give them an honorable mention. Sage, especially with the white version of Sage coming into this game, I haven't seen a hint of the Frontiers version of her yet, where she was all red and like black. So I'm hoping that this is the case for her, because it kind of just seems obvious to have this skin to be unlockable. So 100% Sage's original appearance, as well as classic Amy. Now I don't mean like classic Amy, because I don't know if classic like characters are even making it into this game, like classic Sonic, classic Knuckles, Tails, and all that. But we'll see what that Sega DLC tells us. I picked classic Amy here on the case of, because Sonic Superstars classic Amy gave us modern Amy's outfit for her. So I'm going into this thinking I would like modern Amy to have her classic outfit, which I think would be really cool. So keep her spines as the modern look that she has at the moment, but give her the green and orange outfit with the white shoes and everything. I think it'd be really, really cool, because if they gave us the opposite of what Sonic Superstars gave us for Amy. So do the same, but the other way round for Crossworlds, because why not? Same for Eggman. Eggman Nega is a character I would have liked to have in my character wish list I did ages ago. I'll do a title card or a video at the end in case you guys haven't seen that. It was a wish list I did like probably half a year ago now. But Eggman Nega was part of that wish list. But since we might not be getting him as a character, I don't see why they can't have him as a skin. It's so easy to do. Have Eggman's like alternate outfit. If we're not getting his rider's outfit, at least give us Eggman Nega's outfit. It's like one of the coolest outfits we've seen of Eggman, and like considering he's like it's weird because his outfit is kind of a mix between the classic Eggman and modern Eggman. Like that's something I've always loved about Eggman Nega, is that they had the yellow triangles over his shoulder pads and going across his like sort of chest area with the jacket, with the grey and red sort of swapped round, whereas like Eggman we know and love, it has got the red on the outside, the grey on the inside. So it's such a clever outfit, and it's such an easy colour swap you could do. So I don't see why not, especially with the mustache and the goggles. So I would love Eggman Nega. It's like the perfect skin you could give for him. It is so like there's nothing different other than his colour swaps. Just the slight tweaks here and there of his outfit, but that's it. Please give us this outfit for Eggman, because why not? Same with Knuckles. Now, these three outfits I've taken from Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, because these three, mainly Knuckles, Tails, and Rouge, these are my personal favourites of the costumes they had in that game, because Knuckles has got his sheriff sort of outfit on. I was mainly going for the hat look of Knuckles, because it'd be really cool accessory for him to wear in the game, but him having the jacket and the scarf would be such a cool addition. It was a great outfit for him to wear. The classic hat of Knuckles is a well-loved outfit for him, and it was so cool for that to come back in Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. So it'd be really nice to see that come back in Crossworlds. It is definitely a fan favourite. As well as Tails, looking like Sherlock Holmes a little bit. I was kind of debating this costume, but I wanted to try and find some more possible costumes for Tails to have, and I feel like taking an interest in Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog's outfits was the case. His outfit's so simple, there's a couple more accessories you can unlock for him, and it'd just be a nice little reference. And same with Rouge here as well, because like Rouge has got such a good like vibe and like outfit here, you know. It's got such a cool like suaveness to it, like she's got like a smart summery vibe in some ways. I don't know, like a smart summery businesswoman vibe to it. And like Rouge has got probably one of the best fashion sense in all the like some of the games we've seen her in that's had her in different outfits in. So I would love for this outfit to make a return as well, because I think this would look really cool in Crossworlds, in my opinion. Just to see modern 3D models of these costumes would actually be really cool as well. Just to see how they would look, you know. I think they should definitely make a comeback. These three are my personal favorite. I almost wanted to add Shadow's cafe apron outfit, but I just thought, I don't know if that would be a little bit silly. I wasn't entirely sure on that, but it wasn't my particularly favourite look for Shadow. So, but I did kind of dig the concept at that time, considering what the role was about for him in that game. So, 100% these three outfits were my personal favourites for Knuckles, Tails, and Rouge. So I would like them to make a comeback, please. Now, Espio and Vector here. I know I've got a little Sonic Boom reference here. And these two are from Sonic Runner's Speed Battle. I'm going to include Zaz here as well, because it's sort of part of this discussion here. Ninja Espio is so obvious. It is so clever. I think he's got such a cool look to him. I would love to see this outside of Speed Battle. So the most obvious game, if not for a modern game where we see him in some sort of ninja outfit for whatever reason, some like, if it's not in a story-based game, please bring it for Crossworlds, because it'd be so cool to see. And just imagine seeing this model on the Extreme gear as well. I think it would be so cool to see on him on a black Extreme board or some sort. So yeah, 100% ninja outfit SBO. It's so clever, so underrated. I'm all for it. Vector. Now I know like I said, I know this version of Vector's from Sonic Boom, but I did quite like the look he had in that show with the black jacket and everything, and like the shoes are a little bit different as well. I think it's so clever. I know he hasn't got his like earphones on here. He's meant to look more of a detective. That's what he was like in the show. But yeah, I think it'd be nice for something new for Vector to have. We just don't really get many Vector redesigns for him over the years. So it'd be nice if like his jacket from Sonic Boom and like his shoes. In my opinion, it's probably the best character you could take from Sonic Boom, because Sonic and like Knuckles and even Shadow, they had some clear redesigns. You could obviously tell that they're meant to be Sonic, Knuckles, and Shadow, and even Tails. But obviously, Knuckles just looks way too like big and tall. Sonic's spine's a lot more scruffy and such. Obviously, got the bandages on him and such. So, I think Vector's the most simplest here that you could easily add the jacket on him. I think Vector still has his simple design. It's just the jacket that adds to it. If they wanted to add the rest of the Boom concept designs for Sonic and maybe Sonic, Tails, and Shadow mainly. Don't know about Shadow because he wasn't my that version of Shadow wasn't my particular favorite. But for Sonic and Tails maybe. But I mainly wanted Vector because I think he looks the coolest here. And the same with Vector from Sonic vs Speed Battle, because he's meant to look like a DJ here, which I really like. I think that's very clever considering he likes his music. He's got his headphones in and everything all the time. So to have DJ Vector and Ninja Espio get ported from Speed Battle would be so cool to see. I think, and it'd be very, very, very clever. And he's got a bit of he kind of gives me an Extreme Gear look to me here, DJ Vector. So this would be so clever to bring in. It'd be such a cool addition to the accessories like list for the game. So yeah, I'm all for it. Same with Zaz. Zaz isn't my particular favorite character, but I don't know how often I'm going to play as him in the game, but of all designs I've seen him in, I think he's only had this one design really, other than his original design. Punk Zaz kind of makes sense. I kind of dig this design for Zaz. If they wanted to bring in a design for Zaz, this makes the most sense for him because of how crazy he is, how punky he does seem. So yeah, Punk Zaz all the way. I think his outfit's really, really cool. He's got the denim jacket going on, I think, here, and all like the gloves and everything. Yeah, these four outfits for Espio, Vector, and Zaz, I'm 100% all for it. I'm really hoping they make an addition to the game. Now, the next one I wanted to talk about, the last but not least on my list, are the prototype versions of some characters that had prototype versions, if that made any sense. Now this is artwork sort of redesigning the original prototypes of the characters, done by Nibrook Rock is the original artist for this. Now I was debating whether to add these or not. This might be a bit of a stretch, but considering we had Terios in Shadow Generations and he looked so cool, I don't see why they can't continue that trait for the rest of the characters that had prototype designs. Like for example, Silver's gold fur instead of the white that he had, and his like shoes weren't as like turquoisey or gold. So Silver's could be an easy one to do, but I'm not sure about Blaze and Rouge, especially for Sonic, considering it's for classic Sonic. That was the original design for him before it was the sake of him being a hedgehog. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be like Needle Mouse. I think that's his name. That was the whole idea of Sonic 4, Project Needle Mouse. I remember that being a thing. It was like a little callback to that. Yeah, I feel like Needle Mouse is probably, if that's what I'm going to call him, Needle Mouse is very unlikely he'd be a skin, especially for modern Sonic. But I could see the other 4 making a debut. Terios they can easily port from Shadow Generations if they wanted to replace the skin for Shadow. I think it'd be really sick. Rouge, maybe you could get away with changing her. She doesn't look too different. She's literally a tank top shouldn't be that hard to do. The black shorts would be good to do. She's got plain pink shoes on, pink wings instead of black. I think it could work for Rouge. I think seeing this skin would be really cool. Like I said, Silver's could be an easy one to do. His quills at the front are slightly more far back a little bit, and his quills at the like his main quills that point down are slightly smaller, I think, if I'm looking at that right. And even his wristbands are more oval shaped instead of like where it looks a bit more like a brick in a way. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe that. Like the way his shoes are would be on his around his wrists, but it's more oval shaped. So I kind of like it is a bit distinct for Silver. So I reckon you can get away with it. Blaze, on the other hand, she is a really cool design. Makes you wonder if this was going to be her original super form of some kind, but it would be a really cool skin to see. I've seen fans sort of make out, what if this version end up being a shadow to Blaze, like sort of how Shadow was to Sonic, sort of thing, because it is a really cool design. It could be a really cool character to see being brought to life in Blaze's world one day. But regardless of that, that's just me sort of overthinking there. It is a really cool skin that you could give Blaze. I would love to see these prototype skins, apart from Needle Mouse. I don't know if he's needed. These 4, 100%, I think would be so cool. They've done it for Terios to put on Shadow, thanks to Shadow Generations. I would love to see the rest of these characters get the same treatment, because why not? If not for any other game, Crossworlds would be so clever to do. A crossover of their original counterparts would be so cool and so clever. So why not? Other than that, guys, that is my wish list for Sonic Racing Crossworlds skins and outfits. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys to decide what you think of my wish list. Is there anyone here that I've missed out an outfit for? Is there any outfit here or skins here that you don't particularly like that you would change? I would love to hear your thoughts. I know I've got some wacky choices here, but these I think would be so cool and so unique to see come back, and sort of like experiment a little bit with the customization of characters, not just for vehicles. So let me know in the comments below what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please let me know your own wish list, because I would like to hear that as well. Is there anyone here I've missed you'd like to see added to the list? Let me know in the comments below. Please do drop a like if you have enjoyed my video on this, and do subscribe so you don't miss out on future Sonic videos coming soon, because I'm definitely going to be back for more Crossworlds videos, because I'm sure there's going to be more trailers to be released with more crossover characters soon to be announced. I'm definitely going to do reaction videos for. I definitely have some ideas of some gameplay videos I'm going to do, like online and such, when the game comes out, so look forward to that. And until we get some other Sonic news all round, take care, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.